Good. All right. Good evening, Falcons. Good evening to all of you and families. My name is Dr. Art Pimentel, and I have the pleasure of serving as president of Folsom Lake College and welcoming our class of 2026. To our class of 2026, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, dignitaries, faculty, staff, family members, friends, and those joining us via live stream, welcome. It is my great honor to celebrate this extraordinary milestone with you this evening. Commencement is more than a ceremony. It is a celebration of growth, achievement, and the many journeys that brought our graduates to this moment. Today, we proudly recognize the accomplishments of the class of 2026 and communities of support that helped make this day possible. To begin our celebration, it is my pleasure to introduce the Folsom Lake College Falcons Choir under the direction of Maria Pechanova. Please stand with me as they perform the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Falcons Choir. You may be seated. Before we begin our ceremony, we would like to respectfully acknowledge the land currently occupied by Folsom Lake College and where we sit today as a traditional home of the sovereign Nishanan, Maidu, and Miwok peoples who have a unique and enduring relationship stewarding this land since time immemorial. Despite colonization, occupation, and genocide, the Nishanan, Maidu, and Miwok people continue and thrive in their resilience and self-determination. We celebrate and recognize our Nishanan, Maidu, and Miwok tribal neighbors and honor their sustained existence. Thank you. Today is truly one of my favorite days of the year. I know for many of our faculty and staff and leadership, it is for you as well. We get to celebrate you, this really important milestone in your life. And we know that your hard work, resilience, and determination that brought you to this important point. On behalf of the entire college community, congratulations on this remarkable achievement. And we know that you couldn't have done this on your own. Of course, thanks to your tenacity, the support of family members, friends, and others, you were able to make this a significant accomplishment. But I also want to recognize some of our distinguished members on our stage party this evening. And I want to start with our Vice President of Administration, Dan McKechnie. Our Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Caitlin Baumgartner-Lee. Our Vice President of Instruction, Gregory McCormick. A member of the Board of Trustees for the Los Rios Community College District, Kelly Wilkerson. The Chief Advancement Officer for the Los Rios Community College District, Paula Allison. Our very own President of the Academic Senate and a Professor of Mathematics, Wayne Jensen. Our President of the Classified Senate and the Educational Center Supervisor for El Dorado Center, Colleen Cohen. Our Student Senate President and fellow member of the class of 2026 who graduated in the earlier ceremony at 3 p.m., Dania Iralina. Also joining us this evening are faculty and staff representatives who will have the honor of announcing our graduates. I want to start off by acknowledging Sarah Aldia, our outreach specialist. Sarah. Professor of English as a Second Language, Diana Tinoco. And our Dean of Business, Curriculum and Scheduling, and a lot of other things, Carlos Lopez. And I do want you to help me in recognizing a lot of our deans and our college faculty who are also on stage joining in the celebration this evening. Let's give them a round of applause for being here. We also have some special guests that we want to acknowledge that often want to also see and celebrate with all of you. And this evening, I'm happy to have one of our members of the Folsom City Council that is joining us, Barbara Leary. Thank you. When I think about why I got into education in the first place, the answer has always been simple to me. It's about people and community. I believe in the transformational power of education. I believe education can completely change the direction of someone's life. It did for me, and I have seen it transform the lives of others and their families. I did not choose this work because it was efficient. I did not choose this work because it was for a profit. I chose education because I believed in the power of human connection. I believe that one conversation, one class, one mentor, one opportunity could make someone believe in themselves and in their potential to accomplish anything they wanted to accomplish. And honestly, after 21 years in the community college system, I still believe that to my core, and I believe it every single day. But one of my concerns is when society starts valuing profit and efficiency over humanity itself. We are living in an interesting time right now. Technology is changing incredibly fast. I remember when Google was first developed and how many worried about the impact of the new technology and our concerns about developing critical thinking skills and learning. Now, artificial intelligence is reshaping industries, education, and workforce. Every day we hear words like efficiency, optimization, and automation. Companies that we have never heard of before, like NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Alphabet, right in our backyards, are worth trillions of dollars, and to some, future employees of our students. And to be clear, technology absolutely has a place in our future. In fact, I want to acknowledge that Folsom Lake College has embraced that reality. We are proud to have our Artificial Intelligence Department led by Professor Suha Al-Jabori because our students deserve to understand these emerging technologies and help shape how they are used responsibly. AI can help solve problems, create opportunities, and it can support innovation in healthcare, business, science, and education. But there must be a balance, because technology should support people and not replace us. There are certain things that simply cannot be replicated by technology, and I want to mention just a few that I want to share with you that were part of the experience just this year alone. AI cannot replace standing on the sidelines and watching our Folsom Lake College women's soccer team win the state championship for 2 years in a row. It cannot recreate the excitement, the hugs, the tears, and the pure joy that all of us felt in the moment, including Coach Donnie Roboto. AI cannot replace the critical thinking process of students during a tutoring session and watching it all finally click in. And many of us who have been in education know exactly how it feels, and I know some of our graduates know exactly how that feels, because some of you got help in your math midterm, your final, your English essay. AI cannot replace watching a student learning English in a classroom at our Rancho Cordova Center, full of other students who are encouraging one another, practicing together, laughing through mistakes together, and building confidence together. And AI cannot replace watching our students perform Godspell and create the scenes at this very stage just a few weeks ago, led by Professor Jennifer Wallace, sitting there and watching students put themselves out there with confidence and excitement. There, we got one. And it cannot replace something as simple as students laughing together while making cookies during a chemistry activity. We have a couple of faculty members that are incredible members of our faculty team that I discovered are also really good at making cookies. I know Kalinda Jones is back here, and along with Amy Brinkley did that. We could also not replace chemistry through making ice cream during Science Fridays and then get it to enjoy it on a hot April afternoon. This is the real college experience. That is the connection we need that will lead to transformation, real life experiences, and to learning. And I'll be honest, sometimes I worry a little bit about the direction we are heading as a society, not because technology is bad. Technology has always evolved. My concern is that we become so obsessed with efficiency and profit, we slowly stop valuing the things that connect us and builds community. I often think about this as a father as well. I think about my 12-year-old daughter and the world she is growing up in. More than anything, I want her to grow up in a world where people and connections still matter. I want her to be excited about beating her record on the mile on Fridays and coming home telling me about it. I want her to be excited about building a replica of the California State Capitol out of sugar blocks and being so proud to share it and talk to me about it. And I want her to look forward to playing the cello during her spring concert after months and months of practice. I want her to live in a society that still values teachers, nurses, artists, librarians, counselors, scientists, coaches, and leadership. People need to learn to develop community and have access to quality of education, where building community still matters for your career and the future. Folsom Lake College is not just a place where students earn degrees. We're an institution where students figure out who they are, they build friendships, they build confidence, they discover their purpose and develop important sense of belonging because of the connections they have made with a faculty member, a coach, a tutor, or peers who share their backgrounds and their interest. Graduates, your generation is going to help shape what comes next. My hope for you is this: embrace innovation, learn new technologies, adapt to change. Be successful, but never stop building community and rely so heavily on technology. I hope you go into the world and chase your dreams. I hope you find success. I hope you accomplish incredible things, and I know you will. But more than anything, Continue to choose lifelong learning and building community. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are so proud of you. It is now my pleasure to welcome Wayne Jensen, the President of the Academic Senate, to the podium.
Good evening, graduates, your families, friends, my colleagues, members of the community. We're grateful that you're here tonight. And on behalf of the faculty at Folsom Lake College, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2026. Today is definitely a celebration of achievement, a celebration of your persistence. Faculty have had the privilege of watching you work through challenges, responsibilities, setbacks, uncertainty, and even systemic barriers. We've seen you balancing caregiving, military service, jobs, long commutes, financial pressures, and moments of uncertainty, while yet still continuing to move forward. That perseverance matters. As faculty, we tend to see the world through learning, inquiry, and sometimes even a little bit of mathematics. And one principle of mathematics that applies tonight is that you just where something starts doesn't necessarily determine where it's going to end. Two students can come from very different places, managing through different variables and having varied and different constraints put upon them, but yet come to successful and meaningful outcomes. At Folsom Lake College, we're centered on equity. We recognize that talent is universal, although opportunity is not always evenly distributed. We strive to make sure that every student has the support, access, encouragement, and resources that they need to succeed. That principle is woven into what you experienced here at Folsom Lake College. Faculty believe deeply in each of their students' potential, and we realize that potential cannot be measured by a single test score, a transcript, a moment in time, or even a zip code. Human potential is far more complex than any equation could ever define it. As with many math problems, there is more than one correct path forward as you move from this position. Some of you are transferring to universities, others are going into careers, and still some are discovering what will come next. All of these paths are valuable. Progress is not always linear. In fact, most of the time, life looks less like a straight line and more like a graph with unexpected turns, steep climbs, and occasional setbacks. Yet when we're able to stand back and look at that graph over time, we see that there's been tremendous growth. This highlights a very important principle in mathematics, that small changes, consistently applied over time, lead to enormous results. Many of you know this firsthand. Many of you know that small adjustments in a degree, or small degree adjustments, can really change your trajectory. Those degree adjustments came in the way of a conversation with a caring professor, a class you almost dropped but decided to stay in, a family member or friend who offered words of encouragement, a counselor expressed their belief in you, or a time when you were alone and just decided not to give up. Those moments, those degree adjustments, they really matter, possibly more than you realize. Graduates, as you move to the next chapter of your lives, remember this: success is not about individual achievement. It's also about what you make possible for others. Use your education not simply to advance yourselves in your career, but also to widen opportunity, create belonging, and strengthen your communities. Be the people who make the path more accessible to those that come after you. The faculty here are incredibly proud of what you've accomplished, but we're more proud of the individuals that you've become. Resilient, thoughtful, capable, determined, and compassionate. Congratulations, class of 2026. Knowing what you've accomplished and the potential that lies in you, we look forward to the difference that you will make in this world. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming our classified Senate President, Colleen Cohen, to the stand.
Good evening, graduates, families, friends, faculty, and especially the amazing class of 2026. On behalf of the Classified Senate and the classified professionals here at Folsom Lake College, welcome. We are so proud to celebrate this moment with you. Earlier this year, our college president, Art Pimentel, spoke about the importance of connection. And at Folsom Lake College, those connections are everywhere, between students, faculty, staff, families, and the community that surrounds you. Today is really a celebration of those connections because none of you got here alone. Now, I have to say, standing here is a little surreal for me. I'm also an FLC alum, but my journey didn't exactly follow a straight line. It was more like a 20-year gap year. Life happened, work, responsibilities, all the things. And when I finally came back, I remember wondering, can I really do this? Turns out you can. I finished here at Folsom Lake College and eventually went on to earn my bachelor's degree at California State University, Sacramento. Not because I had everything figured out, but because I stayed connected to my goal, even when the path felt uncertain. And that brings me back to something we talk about a lot in classified services. Connection is really at the heart of what we do. We sometimes think of our work like putting together a puzzle. Each of us holds a different piece, whether it's admissions, financial aid, counseling, outreach, or student support. And sometimes, especially at the beginning, it can feel like someone opened the puzzle box, dumped all the pieces on the table, and maybe lost the corner pieces entirely. Our job is to help you make sense of that, to help you find the edges, connect the pieces, and start to see the bigger picture of where you're headed. And graduates, you've done exactly that. To our Gen Z students, you bounce classes, jobs, responsibilities, and yes, probably a few distractions along the way. The fact that you're here today says a lot about your resilience. And to our returning and non-traditional students, you are living proof that there is no right timeline. Sometimes the scenic route is the one that teaches you the most. All of you, in your own way, took those puzzle pieces and turned them into something real, something meaningful. As you move forward, just remember, you don't have to have the whole picture figured out. Most people don't. What matters is that you know how to keep building it. Stay connected to your goals, to your community, and to the people who support you along the way. And maybe, most importantly, don't be afraid if your puzzle looks a little different than someone else's. That's what makes it yours. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you create next. It's my honor to introduce our next speaker, your Student Senate President, Dania Irlina.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dania Irolina, and I've had the honor of serving as your Student Senate President of the Associated Students of Folsom Lake College. On behalf of Associated Students, I'm so excited to welcome you to the 2026 Commencement Ceremony. I'm proud to be standing before you today, not only as your president, but as a fellow graduate. I moved to the United States at the age of 12, and growing up in a different culture, speaking a different language, there were moments I felt like I didn't belong. I struggled to find people that would understand my story. However, Folsom Lake College never failed to make me feel welcomed. In these unforgettable years at Folsom Lake College, I had the privilege of working alongside students and staff that make this campus a diverse and collaborative community I'm proud to call home. Today, we get to celebrate this community together. To the faculty, staff, and administrators, your tremendous work makes stories like mine possible. Thank you for your guidance, for the doors you kept open, for the welcoming space you create every single day. You make space for every person that walks through these doors, and that does not go unnoticed. When I started my first semester here, I had the privilege of joining Student Senate, a team of dedicated individuals that represent our fellow students. And through that decision, I got to serve and connect with many of you. You all are the heart of this campus, and I'm so grateful I got to know your stories. Whether you're stepping into a new career, continuing your education, returning to your family, or still figuring out exactly what comes next, every single path in this room is worth celebrating today. And to the graduating class of 2026, congratulations on this incredible accomplishment. Be proud, be deeply proud of the work that you put in to get to this moment. All of you showed up, you pushed through, and you made it. So students of all ages and backgrounds, today we get to celebrate alongside each other as one big community. I'm grateful to Folsom Lake College for making this possible. So please carry this community with you wherever you go. Carry the friendships, the lessons, and the knowledge that you're capable of anything. Folsom Lake College will always be here for you and believe in your success. So now go show the world what that looks like. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dania. Wonderful words of inspiration, and we appreciate you and all of your work and your leadership and your dedication to Folsom Lake College. Now, as many of you were spending the last several weeks studying for finals and exams and getting ready for this wonderful day, we had an incredible group of Falcons that were working to make sure that this day was perfect for you. And I want to acknowledge all of their hard work and dedication to make today a reality by starting to thank our Commencement Planning Committee members. Let's give them a round of applause, please. We also have all of our wonderful volunteers from the Harris Center staff. Our operations, maintenance, and custodial team. I know Missy Williams is here somewhere, or working on something. Media services as well. Members of our wonderful Welcome and Student Success Center team that I see throughout. And of course, a lot of our faculty and staff and community volunteers who were able to make this possible. My script says specifically, do not thank Carla, Christy, and Jane, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And they're back there, they are really the engine behind a lot of this, so let's give them a big round of applause. It really takes an entire community to make this happen. Folsom Lake College and its sister colleges are fortunate to benefit from leadership and support of the Los Rios Community College District and the Los Rios Board of Trustees. Please join me in welcoming Trustee Kelly Wilkerson to the podium.
Thank you, President Pimentel. It's an honor today to be here with college leadership, with district staff and faculty, and with all of you. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I want to welcome the families and friends who are here to celebrate your important milestone. And most importantly, it's my privilege to welcome today's graduates. Today is about you and everything it took to get here. You chose to get up instead of hitting the snooze button. You resisted the seductive power of social media and chose again and again to read a book or complete a problem set instead of succumbing to an algorithm. You challenged yourself by mastering new skills and tackling challenging classes. You sometimes stayed home to study when family and friends went out to have fun. And you had the will and the foresight to realize that short-term sacrifices are sometimes necessary to achieve long-term dreams. It's about you, but no one crosses this stage alone. Walking with you, figuratively of course, today will be all those who helped you along the way. The lab tech or mentor who gave you the gift of their time and attention, the parent or the partner who made sure you had groceries in the fridge and a car to make it to class, the boss who rearranged your schedule during finals week, the study partner who led you to an aha moment, and the faculty member who believed you could succeed. I went to a graduation celebration earlier this week where a graduate turned to her fiancé and said to him, "This is the first step in the future we are building together." And that sentence sounded both profound and very true to me. Each of you has taken that same important step here at Folsom Lake College. You have worked to build your own future. In an age of AI and economic uncertainty, you have invested time and effort in an education that will always have value and that no one can ever take away from you. From here, of course, your paths are going to look different. Some of you will transfer to four-year universities and continue your education. Some of you will step directly into careers benefiting our entire community. But what matters is that you have built something here. You've built confidence, knowledge, and the ability to keep moving forward even when the path isn't clear. Folsom Lake College and the Los Rios Community College District, we are both proud to have played we are proud to have played a part in the start of your story. But of course, it's up to you to write the rest of it. So congratulations, class of 2026. We can't wait to welcome you here on stage.
Thank you, Trustee Wilkerson. Now, it's my honor to welcome to the stage the student speaker representing the Folsom Lake College class of 2026, Keith Simmons. Keith graduated this past fall with 3 associate degrees in social work and human services, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, and interdisciplinary studies, art and humanities. Earlier this spring, he transferred to California State University, Chico, go Wildcats, where he is continuing his studies in social work. His goal is to become a licensed clinical social worker and make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. Please join me in warmly welcoming this evening's student speaker, Keith Simmons.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Keith Simmons, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here as part of the graduating class. When most people think about graduation, it sounds rather simple. You complete high school, go to college, take some classes, and then you graduate. This was not my experience, and I'd be willing to bet I'm not the only person here who could say that. The thing that makes community college special is that you have people from all different walks of life here. Some students are fresh out of high school, some came back years later, some people are changing careers, and some of us are just trying to get by while turning in that paper before 11:59. That being said, this was about a lot more than just education. It was about consistency, improving something to ourselves. In some cases, it was about a fresh start. Honestly, I've had quite an interesting relationship with education. From a young age, I did well in school, but by junior high, I was heading down the wrong path, and by high school, I was barely hanging on. Eventually, I dropped out and did not get a traditional diploma. For many years, education felt like something that was for other people and not for me. There was a point in my life, if you had told me I would be standing here graduating from college, I probably would have had a good laugh. Probably even thought you had the wrong person. That's the beautiful thing about life, it's full of surprises. So my relationship with education began to shift when I was given the opportunity to earn my GED. That mattered to me more than I could really put into words. It may not be that big of a deal, but it showed me that my journey with education was not over. Maybe I can do something better with my life. As I began to turn my life around, I started a certificate program to become an addiction counselor. This was another great experience for me. I saw that education did not just have to be this thing I had failed at earlier in life. I wanted to actually complete something. Then at 30 years old, I enrolled at Folsom Lake College to start working towards a degree in social work. Looking back, this decision was life-changing. Was I intimidated? Absolutely. I was a lot older than most of my peers and working full-time. I was trying something new and trying to build a future for myself, which did not really feel realistic. Once I started, I was able to find support and got connected with different programs here at Folsom Lake to help me along the way. I wasn't just thrown into the water and told to sink or swim. So I'm very proud of the work that I've done, but I did not do this by myself or without help. It's easy to think about success as an individual journey, almost as if somebody wakes up, decides to be disciplined, and then it all just works out. My time here at Folsom Lake has showed me that growth takes effort, but it also takes a community. And this is what Folsom Lake has been for me. I know a lot of people here graduating have similar feelings. Maybe your story looks nothing like mine. That's fine, it doesn't have to. But I know a lot of us understand what it feels like to work hard for something that was not promised. A lot of us learn what it's like to be tired, scared, stressed out, and keep going anyways. So that's why this moment is very important. Graduation is not just about passing classes, it's about everything that it took to keep going. The early mornings, long days, late nights, family life, and the moments where you felt like giving up because it would be easier. And yet, here we are. To my fellow graduates, I wanted to say this: be proud of yourself in a real way. Be proud of all the effort that it took to get here, the days you showed up when you didn't want to, and the fact that you didn't give up. That's the one thing you can take with you is perseverance. They can never take that from you. So I've started and completed the first semester towards a bachelor's degree in social work at Chico State. I'm going to continue on in the field of social work, and my long-term goal is to become a licensed clinical social worker. This means a lot to me because there was quite a long period of time in my life where I didn't know what the future would hold. I believe that's what graduation really is. It's undeniable proof that people can change, proof that it's never too late, proof that if your path wasn't conventional, you can still build something. So for this evening, I'm not just celebrating a degree or the next step, I'm celebrating the fact that we kept going. Every one of us in our own ways, at our own pace, and with our own stories. And I believe that is truly what is worth honoring. I just wanted to give a special thanks to the faculty, staff, counselors, support programs, and the friends who made it all possible. And to the class of 2026, congratulations, we made it. Thank you.
All right, Keith. Well, thank you for sharing your journey and for inspiring us. As a token of appreciation, we have a small gift for you. Congratulations, but also thank you. All right. Now comes the part we've all been waiting for. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty, classified professional staff, administrators, and the entire college community of Folsom Lake College, it is my great honor to celebrate you and the remarkable achievement you have accomplished today. I just want to give you a few statistics on just how incredible you are. This is the largest graduating class in the history of Folsom Lake College. The class of 2026 is 1,182 graduates strong. Together, you are earning an incredible 1,835 degrees and 1,018 certificates. Graduates, are you ready to receive your diplomas? And family and friends, are the cameras ready? You're ready up there? Graduates, please wait for the direction from the stage ushers. After receiving your diploma cover, please return to your seat and remain seated for the official conferment of the degrees later in the ceremony. Sarah Aldea, Diana Tinoco, and Carlos Lopez, would you please do us the honor of announcing our graduates this evening? Would Trustee Wilkerson and Paula Allison please join me at the front of the stage, please? Let's get started.
Sofia Kalinichenko, degree in psychology, transferring to CSU Channel Islands.
Allison Murphy, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to Liberty University.
Joran Pyle, pre-health occupations, transferring to Sierra College Nursing Program.
Kyan Para, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to Grand Canyon University.
Aaliyah Hardwick, social work and human services, transferring to Grand Canyon University.
Taylor Mirador, information technology, transferring.
Melinda Rayleigh, degree in psychology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Kimber Smith, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Winter Ray Radican, degree in liberal studies for elementary education.
Keith Simmons, social work and human services, transferring to CSU Chico.
Ayana Terrell, administration of justice.
Jasmine Miranda Ferrari, psychology.
Christina Yang, business administration 2.0, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Kylie Venables, English, transferring to Southern New Hampshire University.
Teresa Sue Larson, psychology.
Maria Cecilia Villaseñor, degree in pre-health occupations, transferring to nursing school at Unitec College.
Carrie McCracken, AA in social work, transferring to Chico State.
Sandra Ruiz Gaona, interdisciplinary studies, math and science, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Hudson Kent Lauer, degree in business administration 2.0, transferring to Cal Poly University Humboldt.
Lila Toledo, economics, transferring to University of California, Santa Cruz.
Jayana Ocampo, studio art, California State University, Sacramento.
Audrey Michelle Peña, Social Work and Human Services, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Debbie Shane Rose Humbird, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, transferring to Chamberlain University.
Barbara Magrini Dawsonback, degree in Interdisciplinary Studies and Social and Behavioral Science.
Christina Marie Silva, Early Childhood Education, transferring to Western Governors University.
Shani Lawfer, degree in Communication Studies 2.0, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Maritza Guzman Perez, Early Childhood Education, California State University, Sacramento.
Selma Elena Portillo, degree in Sociology, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Mary Carmen Lupita Lopez Flores, Pre-Health Occupations.
Amanda Van Straten, Early Childhood Education.
Angelina Salgado, Early Childhood Education, Arizona State University.
Taziana Miles, Accounting.
Victoria Yeldon, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to California State University, San Marcos.
Serena Khan, Biology.
Faith Sims, English.
Cyan Rose, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Isabella Streck, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to Chamberlain School of Nursing.
Sapna Singh, Kinesiology, California State University, Sacramento.
Andrew Mansfield, Business Administration, transferring to UC Santa Barbara.
Melinda Pitayas, Psychology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Chloe Villarue, Business Administration 2.0.
Nicole Christine Liebus, Sociology, transferring to California State Polytechnic University, Humboldt.
Ila Wardak, Sociology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Alicia Moorcraft, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to Chamberlain University.
Aliyah Katsograsikis, Psychology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Edward Piedmont, business analyst and data analyst.
Michelle Proshak, Interdisciplinary Studies, Arts and Humanities, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Emily Castilla Ustiak, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science, transferring to Sacramento City Dental Hygienist Program.
Ruby Rodriguez, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science, transferring to MA program.
Nathan Yu, Information Technology.
Kazuo Tao, Information Technology.
Angelina Lorenz Zampa Larson, Social Work and Human Services, transferring to CSU Chico.
Ariel Singh, Anthropology.
Paige Rogan, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Emily Janice Warney, Communication Studies, transferring to San Diego State University.
Alexis Owens, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Julia Tang, Communication Studies.
Amaya Webb, Dance Studies.
Dylan Wolf, Interdisciplinary Studies, Art and Humanities.
Nicholas Tolley, Biology, transferring to California State Polytechnic University, Humboldt.
Kalia Miata, Economics, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Lanea Lopez, Environmental Studies, transferring to California State University, Monterey Bay.
Darius Nesva Durrani Flores, Psychology, University of California, Berkeley.
Caitlin Dolores Pascual, English, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Matthew Tran, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science.
Alexandra Elise Silva, History, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Haley Parker, Interdisciplinary Studies, Arts and Humanities.
Claire Ann Macera, Psychology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Shakira Unique Lynn Williams, Business.
Lila Smith Morton, psychology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Katie McKean, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Kira Alexis Travella, information technology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Sierra Scobie, pre-health occupations, transferring to Westminster University nursing program.
Grant Schecksnyder, business administration 2.0, transferring to Long Beach State.
Lucy Pittman, psychology. Transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Jessica Elaine Valenti, early childhood education, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Destiny Watkins, early childhood education.
Ophelia Mosquera, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Heather Mangles, psychology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Russell Sage, psychology and interdisciplinary studies, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Saeed Ahmad Zaki, business administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Marina Vitkova, interdisciplinary studies, math and science.
Rebecca Sutera, early childhood education, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Talisa Grace Woodbury, business analyst and data analytics.
Taylor McDowell, psychology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Juliana Rios, psychology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Morgan Stanley, mathematics, transferring to San Jose State University.
Vilena Rustamov, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Liana Zazulin, computer information science, transferring to California State University, Monterey Bay.
Tyler Robinson, psychology, transferring to CSU, California State University, Sacramento.
Jonathan Wong, information technology, transferring to Southern New Hampshire University.
Maya Kramzov, business administration 2.0, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Ainsley Martin, pre-health occupations.
Isabel White, biology.
Kavita Lal, biology, University of California, Davis.
Patrick Luis Ruiz Jr., biology, transferring to University of California, Berkeley.
Samantha May Sahagan, pre-health occupations.
Tresor Nimubona, interdisciplinary studies, math and science, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Lauren Elise Lowe, pre-health occupations.
Jacob Elam Siegler, Business Administration 2.0, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Ryan Edward Sampson, history, transferring to UC Santa Barbara.
John Eric Sampson, theater arts, University of California, Berkeley.
Rai Catherine Silva, theater arts, transferring to CSU Chico.
Destiny Stenner, Business Administration 2.0, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Maria Valencia, early childhood education.
Kylie Lewa Vuetaki, Business Administration 2.0.
Yusuf Opiyani, physics.
Noah Nason, Business Administration, California State University, San Marcos.
Grishma Kanekanchi, economics.
Sheldon McAllister, engineering.
Ashley Thompson, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to university.
Anna Trak, interdisciplinary studies, arts and humanities.
Braylon Wiley, pre-health occupations.
Freddie Reynolds, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Brianna Madera, studio art, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Dana Marie Oldewalt, economics.
Connor Z. Taylor, Business Administration, California State University, Sacramento.
Kira Summer Pedersen, biological sciences.
Samuel Masters, Information Science, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Sanaya Mitchell, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, transferring to Western Governors University.
Larisa Litochenka, Business Analyst and Data Analyst.
Lisa Dubovets, Interdisciplinary Studies, Art and Humanities, transferring to San Jose State University.
John Knox, Psychology.
Savannah Moon Williams, Biology, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Brooke Mendez, Political Science, California State University, Sacramento.
Alan Lastimosa, Mathematics, California State University, Sacramento.
Mohammed Rahimi, Small Business Management Entrepreneurship.
Danielle Powell Cheathon, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, transferring to Southern Oregon University.
Andrea Skogseth, Accounting.
Faith Witchell, Studio Art.
William Davey, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science, transferring to University of California, Santa Cruz.
Zach Schultz, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Matthew Levi Elijah Payne, Commercial Music, transferring to CSU Sacramento.
Philip San Juan, Medical Laboratory Technician.
Lucy Vang, Studio Art, California State University, Fullerton.
Victoria Traina, Business Administration 2.0.
Keswick Taylor, Biology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Andrew Seba, Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
And finally, Larry Robertson, Small Business Management Entrepreneur.
All right. Let's give our graduates another round of applause, please. All right. At this time, I would like to once again call to the podium Trustee Kelly Wilkerson to confer your degrees. Trustee Wilkerson, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Folsom Lake College, I present to you the class of 2026 as having fulfilled the requirements established by the Los Rios Board of Trustees for the Associate of Arts or the Associate of Science degree. I ask that you, as the board representative, confer the degrees.
Conferring degrees is a very proud moment for a Los Rios trustee. It gives me an enormous amount of satisfaction to recognize these outstanding graduates. Will the graduating class of 2026 please stand? With the authority vested in me by the Los Rios Community College District Board of Trustees, I declare all eligible candidates to be elevated to the degree of Associate in Arts or Associate in Science. You may now move your tassels to the left side to signify your graduation.
All right, please be seated. It's almost party time. I know a lot of people are ready. I hear it. As we end today's commencement ceremony, I ask that all family and friends please remain seated while the graduates, faculty, deans, and the stage party leave the ceremony area. In closing, I want to echo the words of our fellow grad, Keith Simmons. Be proud of all the effort it took to get here. Be proud of the fact that you didn't give up, because most of us did not get here in a straight line. But here we are together. There is something very powerful about that. And know that no matter what your journey holds, you will forever be a Falcon. Congratulations, class, Folsom Lake College class of 2026.